Hello everyone, welcome to Facebook Live. I am Ruth Norton with Ruth Stamping Corner. I'm so glad that you guys are joining me today. I'm going live pretty late today, a lot later than normally. Normally I go live in the mornings. We had quite a bit of things to get done this morning, so I'm going live in the afternoon, and this is what we are making. This sweet little basket. This is a perfect little Easter basket for all of your Easter gift giving. My camera is up a lot higher than it normally is, so I hope that, I don't know if I'm going to be able to see comments, but we'll see. So I hope that you guys can see this really well, but it's actually made, I'm going to show you the back of it, because it's actually made with the seasonal labels dies. So I'm going to show you how to make it. It is so cute, and then this flower is perfect, and you can add that flower to any project that you make. It's kind of a surprising little flower. We're going to use the Ladybug Punch to make it. Words are gonna be hard today, guys, sorry. All right, so let's before we get onto our adorable little project, let me talk about everything that we have going on. The paper pumpkin, what is it, April paper pumpkin is coming. We already are in April. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm telling you, the last like 3 days have been such a whirlwind with the pre-order, and then yesterday I attended an event that Stampin' Up did for demonstrators that's going to be going on all month. They're doing lots of these different events all month, and I got to go yesterday, so it's just been a distracting kind of weekend. All right, but April's paper pumpkin is going to be so cute. March's paper pumpkin finally shipped. I know there was a bunch of us that were we were waiting for that truck to arrive with all of those products. It finally arrived, it finally shipped, so hopefully they'll get it this week. But April's paper pumpkin is going to be fantastic. You don't want to miss that. All right, I mentioned this, I think, last time. And I've shared this graphic with you guys before too, but the annual catalog will have a few price increases. This graphic is shared in my VIP group, so you can scroll through the feed. It was shared last week, so it shouldn't be too far down. But just a few things are going up in price. These are things that maybe you want to stock up this month, like cardstock, ink pads. What is it? There's some, the cut and emboss machines, base plates, cutting plates, dimensionals, those kinds of things. It's not a huge price increase. There are a few things going up. It's not huge, but I don't know. It's a great time to stock up on them while you can save a little bit of money. And then you'll, after May, when the catalog is released, you'll be able to spend all that money on new bundles and all those new items. All right, guys, the last chance list. Now, I haven't updated this. I've been crossing stuff out as they sell out, but I have not updated it in a few days. And so much stuff has sold out. I looked at the list this morning, and it's like all stamp sets too. So if you are waiting, there's some stamp sets that you want, please do not wait any longer. Those stamp sets are only while supplies last if they are on the retired list. There are a few accessories that have sold out. Lots of the accessories, especially the punches and the dies, are on sale for up to 50% off. There is a lot that is like 40-50% off. So make sure that you are shopping that last chance sale. You can shop for it in my online store. There's a last chance banner at the top of my online store. You can click that and see all the products that are either on sale, that are being discounted, discontinued, all of that. You can check all that out, but please, 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 you guys, do not wait, because these products are only available while supplies last, and every day, I swear, every hour, I can check it like 2 hours later, and there will be more stuff added on there. So things are selling out so rapidly, especially stamp sets this year. I don't ever remember stamp sets selling out. Stampin' Up used to guarantee stamp sets through a certain date, but they're not anymore. So please, please, please do not miss those stamp sets. All right, guys, the annual catalog is coming out. I have a bunch ordered and on their way to me. As soon as I get them, I will start prepping them for shipping to you. So if you are a customer of mine, you are already on my list to get a catalog. If you are in the United States and you do not have a demonstrator that you're working with, please, please let me know. I want to get you a catalog, and I will get that in the mail when I get them out. It's probably going to be like mid to late April, though. The whole process it's a long process. I do love doing it, but it takes a while to get that many catalogs ready and then to the post office. And so just be patient, but when it gets to you, I will get it to you before the catalog goes live for sure. But they will be going out. Okay, I have a new card crate for April. This is my Kite Delight card crate. This is my class to go. This month we are making some slimline cards. These are so much fun. We're using the Kite Delight stamp set and the Cloud Punch. You will need both to complete the cards. So you can add those onto your kit if you want. All the details are in the my blog, and the link is in the video description. Card Crate is $35. You get $20 in product and it ships to you for free. Again, you will need that Kite Delight stamp set and the Cloud Punch, and you can add those on for, I think they're $18 each. If you just need one, you can just add one on. If you need both of them, you can add both of them on. For those of you that have RSVP'd for Card Crate since Friday, I haven't replied to you about it. I do have you on my list, but I'm sending out all those links to pay tomorrow morning. So if you've already emailed me about Card Crate, I already have you down, and I'm going to start sending out links tomorrow. It's been like I said, it's been a crazy weekend. All right, guys, this is what we're making. I have a brand new host code for April, so if you are shopping my online store, if maybe you're shopping that retired list, make sure you use this host code for April. All orders will receive a PDF with 3 exclusive projects. If your orders are over $50 or more, you're going to receive the make and take for that PDF. And the PDF this month features the Cactus Cutie stamp set, and those cards are so cute. So place your orders and you get that free PDF. All right, guys, this is what we're making today. I told you we're going to make this sweet little Easter basket. It is a tiny little Easter basket. It holds one of these little Lindt chocolate bunnies. You can get these everywhere. I have seen them everywhere. And you can use this little Easter basket for like the chicks or the little lamb. These, you can use it for any of these little Lindt chocolates. Okay, so we're going to make it for our little bunny. And put these aside. And we are using the seasonal labels dies. I think I mentioned that. So let me pull them out. These are what we're doing. And so I have, let me see, I got my little basket of goodies here. So I've already die cut like our base for our box, and I used this one. So there's a smaller one. We are using this one for our little basket base, that size. And then we're going to cut a little box to go around it. But this is going to be pretty much our basket. Isn't that fun? And then to make the actual box for the inside of the basket, this little box here, you're going to need a piece of cardstock that is 2 by 2 3/4. So let's do a little bit of scoring on both of these pieces. And then we'll get to assembling. Now this little basket, it's cute. It's so tiny, but it's cute. And you can do a lot of things with it. I mean, you could fill it with all kinds of Easter candies. It's just so cute. Okay, so on our 2 3/4 by 2 inch little piece of paper, we're going to go around and score it 1/2 inch on all 4 sides. So we're just going to keep turning it and score it 1/2 inch on all 4 sides using that Simply Scored. All right, perfect. We're going to set this aside. With our label, I'm going to put this flat up against the top, and then I'm going to push it over to the left side as far as it'll go. I'm not going to squish it, but once it stops. It doesn't have a straight edge on this side, so it's a little harder to make sure it's lined up. But as long as you have it straight against the top and just push it over to the left, you'll be okay. We're going to score this in 2 places. We're going to score it at 1 1/8, and we're going to score it at 2 1/4. Okay? Move that. All right. We are going to do get your bone folder. Go ahead and fold on all of those score lines. So this is pretty much like your little basket starter. Isn't that cute? All right, with our other little piece. Now, because this uses such little cardstock, you can make a ton of these. Okay, we are going to do some trimming on this. Where my scissors go? So this is going to be your basic box. So what I'm going to do, on the long side, we're going to cut up those score lines, and then we're just going to notch in. Just notch in on the little corners. This is going to be a little tiny box. These are only going to be 1/2 inch squares right here. So do your best with these little tiny boxes. All right, you're going to turn it over and you're going to trim it again. The good thing about these little boxes though is that this box, the little tabs, that they're never going to be seen. They're going to be inside the little basket, and we're going to have a lot covering it up. So if they're a little crooked, it doesn't matter. All right, get all that trash out of the way. That's all the trimming we're going to do. Now, before we put the box together, we're just going to make some holes real quick. This is going to be the handle of my basket. And this is 6 1/2 by 1/2 inch. And I'm just going to go through. I'm just going to use my bone folder just to curve it a little bit. All right. I'm going to grab my Stampin' Pierce mat and my Take Your Pick tool. And we're just going to make a couple little holes. So we're going to line up the basket because our handle is put on with brads. And so we just want to make the holes before the basket is put together because it's going to be a lot harder to do it when the basket's put together. Ask me how I know that. So we are just going through and I'm just lining up the bottom of the basket handle here with that score line. And then just making sure it's all nice and centered. And then I'm just adding a little hole right in the middle of that. And then our basket handle has holes too. All right, we're ready to assemble. This just takes a little piece of tear and tape on each tab. You can also use, you know, Tombow liquid glue or Stampin' Seal Plus, whatever strong adhesive you are most comfortable with. Use those. All right, peel off the backing to all of your adhesive. This is gonna be the easiest box. Oh, and we do need to put on glue in one more spot before we get this box put together. We are going to also put adhesive. We're not going to remove this adhesive yet, but it's easier to put this down while it's lying flat on both of these long sides. Okay, that's what's going to stick it to our little label here. So just make sure it's on there. We're not going to peel off that adhesive yet. All right, these score lines match up with that cut edge. You're just going to go around. And you have like this little teeny tiny little box. It is so stinking cute. And your little bunny will fit perfectly in there. You can add a little bit of like Easter grass or whatever you want. And then this will just fit right inside our little label. Isn't that cute? And it's gonna make the cutest little basket. All right. It's so cute. When I made this, I was like, oh my gosh. These would be great for, if you're hosting Easter dinner. These would be great to have at everybody's little spot. They're small enough. They're not going to take up a lot of room on the table. And they're just so cute. Everybody would love them. All right, so you're just going to line that up right in between the score lines. You're just going to fold up one side and fold up the other side, and voila, there's your little basket. Isn't it cute? All right, to complete it, to make it an actual basket, we need some brads. So I'm going to grab 2 of the white squares. These are the round and square brad. You get a ton of them. I don't even know how many you get. You get 200 of them. Black and white. There's large squares and small squares and large circles and small circles. They are so fun. All right, I'm going to put in the box first. So put your brad through the box and then through the little handle. Then open up your brads and the same on the other side. Through the box first and then through the handle. So there's no glue on this handle. But the brads are definitely strong enough to hold it all in place. And I have to turn that one just a little bit. All right, get those little prongs down. There we go. And there's your little basket. Isn't that sweet? This handle looks longer. This one is a lot longer. I bet you I didn't trim that down. Let me see if I can just trim that a little more. Because I just cut a 1/2 inch strip from an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper, and I bet you I did not trim it down. So I'm going to I'm just going to cut a little bit of this off because it does not need to be that long. So get out my Stampin' Pierce mat. Obviously I did not measure that. So my measurements for this one were 6.5 by 1/2 inch. So if you want exact measurements, go with the 6.5 by 1/2 inch. Otherwise just do 1/2 inch strip and make it as long as you want. That's pretty good. All right, so isn't that cute? That's your little basket. Pretty much you can finish now. It's so cute. All right, I am going to add a little bit of ribbon on the side, on the handle here. This is our Petal Pink, my ribbon, so there's no, this is our Petal Pink cotton ribbon. This is in the mini catalog, and it actually comes in a 2-pack with the Petal Pink and the Misty Moonlight ribbon. That's in the mini catalog, so you can get that. All right, I'll tie this on. I have a lot of ribbon. We're going to make a big bow. Once you have your bow on here, you can actually move it along your handle anywhere you want. So just get it tied. And if you put your little bunny in your basket, then it's easier to, your basket will have some weight to it. Okay, that is so cute. So cute. So let's just trim these little tails. There we go. So that's your basic basket. We're going to add our little bunny. If you put the bunny in here, he kind of wobbles around a bunch. So I'm actually just going to put a couple little glue dots on the bottom of him. So grab your glue dots. This will hold him in place. I just used 2. You can also use a dimensional. I like the holded glue dots though. They're nice and flat too. So just a couple, one on each end. And let's see, I want him going this way. I don't know why. I like him facing to the left. All right, just push that down on the bottom. And now your bunny is nice and secure. He's not going to go anywhere. All right, let's decorate the front of our basket. So let me get this put away before I stab myself. All right, now we are going to make our flower, and it just occurred to me I need some white cardstock for our greeting, but we'll get to that in a minute. So we're going to make our flower. So I said we were going to use the Ladybug Punch. So we're actually going to use the wings. We're going to punch those 4 times with, this is Flirty Flamingo cardstock. You could do, if you were making these for your table, for your Easter table, I mean, you could do a whole bunch of different spring colors of flowers, and just everybody gets a different color flower. It would be so adorable. Okay, move all of those extra scraps out of the way. So you have 4 of the little ladybug wings punched, and we're going to add some dimension to these. I'm going to grab some scrap paper here, some grid paper. I'm going to add my Flirty Flamingo ink here, and a blending brush. And we're going to go through and just sponge around or ink around the little, these are going to be petals, but just around each of the little wings. And I'm not doing too much. I'm just adding just a little bit of color onto them. It's much more evident in real life than it is on a video. I know on the video and even on pictures, it's going to be a little harder to tell, but in real life, you really see that color dimension. And if you really want darker contrast, use a darker ink. Maybe if you're using Flirty Flamingo, use Melon Mambo ink or something, and that would give you a much darker contrast. All right, for a little bit extra texture, we're going to use our Flirty Flamingo Stampin' Blend. Use the brush tip, and I'm just going to flick on some little speckles there. They'll dry a little bit lighter, but that gives us some beautiful texture to our wings. Okay, I'm going to set that aside for a second. All right, so basically we're going to glue 2 pieces together just like this. Now I've seen lots of people make these flowers. I don't know if this is how they did it. This is how I do it. You can use glue dots. I'm going to use some liquid glue, just a couple little dots on the top and the bottom, and then you're just going to glue them together just like this. So it's almost like you're making a little butterfly. So not only can you make a ladybug, a bee, a flower, but now you can make a little butterfly too with that punch. This punch is so versatile, and it's carrying over into the next catalog, the annual catalog. So we'll have lots of time with it. All right, I need a piece of paper for my greeting. So let me grab my scrap bin here, my whites. And we're going to stamp our little greeting here. So this is just a scrap. We're going to trim it all down. So whatever size scraps you have is fine. We're going to actually use 2 different stamp sets. I am using the Easter. We're using the Happy Easter greeting, but I'm only using the Easter part from Easter Friends. And then from, let me see the stamp set here. For my art gallery, we're just using the Happy from the Happy Birthday. So we're going to stamp both of them. So let's start with the Easter, because that one's actually going to be the harder one to ink up. So we're going to use crumb cake for that one, and I only want to ink the Easter. So you can use some Post-it tape or a Post-it note and cover up the Happy, but I am just going to, I'm just going to ink up Easter. I'm going to just go right on the edge, just ink up Easter. If I have anything on the Y, I'm just going to wipe it off. And we're just going to stamp that along the bottom. Remember, we're going to trim this out. So you have Easter, so cute. Okay, I'm going to close this. Now, if you have a stamp that says Happy Easter all-in-one greeting, and you're making a bunch of these, I would probably use that, because that would be a lot easier than doing it this way. And we're going to do Happy the same way. You can mask it off with a Post-it note. I'm just going to ink it right along the edge. And with a photopolymer, it's a little easier because you can see exactly where you're inking. And right over the E on Easter, I'm just going to stamp Happy Easter. And this is in Petal Pink. All right, now we're going to just trim it all down. So grab your paper trimmer or your scissors, however you want to do it. We're going to leave a little bit of room to the right of the greeting because it's going to tuck under the flower. And then, let's see, nice and straight. Perfect. Move that out of the way. Then on this, you can use your punch or just use your scissors and grab my punch. So just flag your little end there. And you have your greeting. Happy Easter. Okay, now we're ready to put this whole thing together. So let's put our flowers together. Now that they're nice and dry, I'm going to go through and just round the petals a little bit. Use your bone folder. Be very careful. Don't pull it too hard. You'll rip it. But you just want to give it a little bit of curve. So you can see that. You're going to do that to both of them. Okay. The Ladybug Punch, I'm telling you, is fast becoming my favorite punch. It is so cute. So a little dot of glue on one of them. And you're just going to stagger these just like that. And then you have a little flower. Isn't that adorable? Love it. All right, need a dimensional. I have a heart. I've already pre-cut this heart from the Give It a Whirl dies. And this is going to go right in the middle of our flower, just like that. We're going to put a dimensional onto our basket. I'm going to put it on the basket just so that I know that none of the adhesive overhangs. And you're going to have to put your flower a little high up. It's a little big, and if you put it too far down, your basket isn't going to sit straight. So just make sure that you are putting it high enough that your basket will still sit flat on the table. So isn't that cute? All right. Actually, I want to move it over just a little bit. Oops, I didn't let my glue dry long enough. So let me see if I can. I want to move it over a tad because otherwise we're not going to have room for our greeting. So just move it over a little bit. Still sits good. All right. I'm going to go in with my glue. I'm just going to add a little bit on the right side of that greeting. And we're just going to tuck that under the flower, just like that. Just give it a little press. If you don't use liquid glue, it sticks instantly. Isn't that cute though? So cute. All right, finishing touch for our little flower here. We're going to add some of these brass butterflies. We're going to add a big one and a little one. We're just going to add those right onto the little heart. So one here and then one here. And I think that's the perfect little finishing touch. And it just goes with that gold foil on that little bunny, on that chocolate bunny. Isn't that cute? So that is your easy, simple little Easter basket. You can make these for a ton of people. I think these would be great little party favors or little place markers. Instead of putting Happy Easter to, you can always put somebody's name if you're making these for a big party or something. I think that would be so cute. Or just have these all lined up, lots of different colored flowers at a party, and people can just grab them as they leave. Isn't that adorable? I love it. So cute. Such a fun little basket. I think these would be great teacher gifts too. I'll send these to my daughter for her teachers. I'm sure they'll love it. All right, guys, that is today's project. I'm going to leave one laying flat so you can kind of see both angles of it. Remember, if you are shopping, please use my host code. I will be live on Wednesday on my business page. I don't know what we're making it, but I still have a stash of Easter candy. So we got to get through that because Easter is only 2 weeks away. I will not be live again on Sunday in my VIP group until after Easter. I'm taking another couple weeks off because of Easter coming up in the next few weeks. So catch me live in my business page. And if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. If you're watching this on Facebook, please share it with your friends. If you were on YouTube, I'd love it if you subscribe to my channel. That really helps me out. And that's how I meet new people. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me. Please leave any questions in the comments. I'll make sure to go back and read them, and have a great week. Bye.